Okay. Today we have a class and it is going to be some strength and some cardio. This was in my June classes. We did a lot of cardio focus, so you're going to do things that are actually going to get your heart rate going, whether you're moving with heavier weights or you're moving bigger range of motion. So this is one of those classes that we did for all the Tuesdays in June. So if you like to build and get better, whether that means a heavier weight or staying in the move for a little bit longer or lifting a leg a little higher or dropping a little lower, do this once or twice a week for like a 2 to 4 week span and just watch yourself improve. It's really fun to do that. So we did this on once a week, every Tuesday for the month of June. All you need is, I'm going to use a mat. I am going to use my booty kicker. So if you've got a portable bar, a sturdy surface, chair, back of a sofa, countertop, a mounted bar, you are using it, just for a guide, and also I'm going to use it for some plank where we're going to do some push-ups. So if you have a wall, if your chair won't hold you or it's too low to go down onto your chair seat, you can use a wall to support yourself. I don't have a wall here, but to put your hand up there so that you can mimic a plank and hold everything here, but then work into single arm tricep work and some push-ups. I want you to use a 3, 4, 5, 6 pound weight today if you've got that. If you want to go heavier, you can give that a whirl. You can always drop down to lighter, but we are just using one a little bit heavier. So I'm not going to use my 2s or 3s today. Today I'm going to use a 5 and see how that works out. And then that is it. So I'm going to listen to my music. It is bar 135. If you follow me on Spotify and want to listen to the same music, otherwise put on whatever you enjoy in the background, even if that's nothing and you just listen to my voice talking to you this whole time. But we will just start with ourselves. So find yourself a spot on your floor, and I want you just to start with those feet, heels together, toes in that little narrow V. I'm just going to turn on my music. Hopefully my AirPod will stay this whole time. All right, bring your arms in nice and close. I just want you to press out and come in. Step to the other side and come back in. So press and pull. Press the arms and pull. Let's go a little bit quicker. It's out, in, low to high. Press those arms as you step out wide. Those knees are pressing back towards your pinky toes, so you're opening through those inner thighs and hips. Out, in, step, and step. Let's go for 4 more. Out, in, away, together. Heels apart, heels together, heels apart, heels together. 2 more. Out and in, last time. All right, now listen to me. I want you to bring those arms out to a T. Lift that left leg. Step it back into a lunge. That left leg is long. Right knee is bent. You can stay right here, or you can bring those hands down to the floor. You're gonna pulse for 8, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Step it up. Right leg lifts. Right leg steps back. That leg's long, that knee. We're on the floor here. Pulse it. 8, 7. We're gonna get ready to take this a little quicker. 2, 1, up. 2 counts for the pulses, so it's gonna be lift, lunge, pulse, pulse, lift, kick, lunge, pulse, pulse, up, kick. You can stay here and pulse 2 times. Step, lift, lunge, 2 pulses. Lift, down, pulse, pulse, up, lift, down, pulse, pulse. One more time each way. Down, pulse, pulse, up, lift, drop, pulse, pulse, up. Hold it here, lift the knees. Whew. Now, it's really hot in this attic, so that adds to the intensity for me sometimes, but moving bigger and quicker also does it. Up. 4, 3, 2, bring those hands heart center. 8 knee pulls here. You're lifting from the low belly, and then we're gonna rotate those elbows over, over. Wringing out the waistline, wring it out. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Grab your weight. All right, whew. So I'm not using my bar. I'm gonna bring my mat up so I can be on my mat here. What I want you to do is just for placement purposes. You're on your outside knee. Now, if you're in a hard floor, you may want to roll your mat up a couple times to give your knee some support. Your inside foot is facing your surface or your wall. Outside hand is going to have the weight. Outside knee. Now, if your knees bother you, you can stand here and just keep a slight bend here, or you can just stand upright, okay? So you've got options. Palm faces forward. I just want you to start with a curl. So gluing that upper arm into your ribs, not swinging in no space, allows you to make this weight feel heavier than it is. All right, hold that arm down. I want you to side bend, side bend. Just side bending over and up. 4 more, and then as you rise, you're gonna give me that bicep curl. So a side bend to a bicep curl, here we go. 8, up. Still no swinging of those arms. Engage through the muscles. 3, 2, all right, hold it here. You're gonna rotate, oh sorry, your palm's gonna stay up. And then you're gonna pull the elbow, stopping at your rib cage. So over and pull, over and pull. Good job. So working into the bicep the whole time. If you lift too high or you straighten, you're gonna start to get into the shoulder. I want you to keep that soft bend so you feel the biceps still working. Over, over. We're gonna get ready to combine the whole thing. You'll side bend, you'll bicep curl, you'll reach across and pull the elbow. Last one. Here we go. Side bend, curl, press, pull. Side bend, curl, press. I want that belly in tight. You're keeping those hips square, so you're just rotating through the torso, not your whole body. Does that make sense? Over, up. Keeping that shoulder pressed down, over, and rotate. Over, and rotate. Two more. Last one. All right, now I want you to bring that weight down. I'm gonna face you. You can turn onto your mat, but I'm gonna face you. So I still have the weight in the same hand, opposite hand, shoulder over the wrist. So I'm showing you from a diagonal. Looks like this. You can take yourself back, wide stance with your feet, and have your knees up. Or you can place those knees down in your modified plank, but I don't want you breaking at those hips. I want that torso engaged, that core is nice and tight. I'm gonna keep on to my knees for this. They're still wider. Take that weight with that hand out, lift it up, curl it. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Place it down, opposite hand takes that weight. Set yourself up. That arm lifts up. Here we go. Just 8, 7. You're here. 6, but I don't want to start turning. 4 more, 3 more, 2, and 1. Place that hand back down. Lift those knees if you can. Hold that plank for 8, 7, 6, 5. Well, actually, I'm going to face you guys. 4, 3, 2. If you're not on those toes, now I want you to lift. You're going to use the width of your mat for your guide. So you're going to take that left foot out. Right foot meets it. Bend those knees. Straighten them. Now out to the other side. Other foot meets it. Tap the knees and lift them. Here we go. It's out, out, tap, lift, out, out, tap, lift. Keeping that body forward over those hands, working into the upper body as well. Wide, meet it, tap it, lift it. Wide stance, meet it, tap it, lift it. One more time each way. Tap, lift, over, meet it, tap, lift. Bring those feet center. Hold that plank for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4 more, 3 more, 2, and 1. Bring the opposite knee down. Opposite legs long. I'm just going to stay facing you. You can do the same. You don't need your surface right now. Whew. All right, glue that upper arm in. Give me 8 bicep curls. Up, down. We're just going to repeat the exact same thing on the other side. Keeping that arm glued in. 4, you guys should feel that you're working into that bicep. 2, all right, 8, just side bends. Here we go. Over, up. Think about that hip bone and your rib cage pinching towards each other. 2. All right, you're gonna add the curl this time. Down, curl, lower, curl. Don't let that arm swing around. Keep it in tight. Keep control. If that means shortening your range of motion, do it. 4, 3, 2, hold at 90, rotate and pull. Over, over, in. Keeping those biceps engaged. Palm stays lifted to the ceiling. Over, over, pull, pull. Over, over, pull, pull. It's really hot. Last one. All right, let's put it all together. Here we go. It's side bend, curl, press, pull. Side bend, bicep, reach, and pull. Let's go 2 more. Woo, last one. Over and up. Now place that weight down really quick. Bring yourself up to standing. Now's when you're coming to plank at your surface. So you're either using your chair seat, the back of your sofa, chair if it can hold you, maybe your chair is against the wall and it can hold you, or you're gonna put your hand against the wall. But I don't want it up super high, I want it down a little bit so you feel that engagement in your upper body. But because it's a wall and it's flat, you're probably not gonna be able to lean yourself all the way low. It may have to be up closer to shoulder height. All right, one hand takes the weight, the other hand is resting on whatever surface you have. So your heels are up and lifted. You can have that stance wider to give you a little bit more of a ability to balance instead of having your legs in super close together. All right, lift that arm. Here we go. Bend, press, hold at the top. Here we go. Bend, press, hold, bend, press, hold. Keep that body square. Bend, press, hold, press, hold. 2 more. Hold them straight up, pulse up. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now, if you're at the wall, this may feel uncomfortable. If you're lower on your chair seat, you may not want this weight, and that's okay. Otherwise, the weight goes behind the same knee that the arm was lifting for the triceps. Bring those hands in nice and close. You're just holding that weight. Tricep push-ups. Bend, straighten, bend, straighten. You could be on your knees on the floor. Maybe one leg is lifted to make you work on one side a little bit harder. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take that weight. Switch sides. I should have brought a towel up. I say that every time. All right, get yourself situated. Opposite hand on your surface that you're using. Lift that arm. Here we go. Tricep kickbacks. Straighten. Bend. Straighten. 4 more like this, and then you're going to add that little hold at the back. 2. Here we go. It's bend, straighten, hold, bend, straighten, hold. I'm going to turn on my fan. Bend, straighten, hold, straighten, hold, straighten, hold. 2. Hold that arm straight back. 16. Last 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Place that weight behind that knee. That was close. Whew. Sweaty and slippery right here. You gotta hold that heel in to keep that weight behind there. If you're upright, here we go, triceps. Bend, straighten. I want those arms skimming your rib cage. So they should not be going out to the side. We're not working into our chest here. We're working into the back of the arm. Down, up, up. 8 more. Now remember, when you're doing a push-up, wherever it is, I don't care how deep you drop into it, just making sure you get a slight bend so you feel that work. 2 and 1. Grab that weight. I'm going to grab a sip of water. Whew. All right. Come down onto your mat. You can be facing your chair. You can be facing your wall. You can be facing nothing. You're going to find something to be somewhere to look at. I want you to come back onto the mat in plank. Toes or knees. You either look like a cornhole board or a bench, okay? But I want that chest line, that nipple line is in line with those thumbs. So I don't want those hands way far in front of your chest. I want you loaded, shoulders right over those wrists. Everything's engaged right here. You're either gonna tap the right hand out and back and left hand, or you're gonna lift and reach towards or tap towards something. Right side, down. Left side, down. Right side, if you start to feel yourself wobbling, drop those knees, widen your stance, toes or knees, up, tap. Alternating which side, lifts. I don't care if it just taps a little in front of you and comes right back. Under those shoulders, you're just working on engaging through the core, working one side. Lift, tap, lift, tap. 4 more. 3 more. 2. Hold that plank. Last time for 8, 7, 6, 5. Shift that body forward. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop those knees. Stay on your knees. Grab your weight. You're going to hold on to that weight. right between those hands. I want those knees apart and those toes together. All right. Keep the weight at your chest. You're going to drop those hips to hover above those heels. And then you're gonna squeeze and lift and reach those arms up. If it's too much to reach the arms all the way overhead, maybe just go to your forehead and then you can drop back down. Here we go. It's drop, press, drop, press. You can always lift up, drop, press, drop, press. There goes my AirPod. Press, drop, press. 4, 3, 2. I don't think I can hear out of the other one. And 1. Now hold that hover, tiny pulses. Fire up those quads. Let's see if this one works. All right, very little. I just don't want YouTube to mute me. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and come up. All right. Whew, where am I at with this? Okay, we are good. Good, good, good. All right. You are going to come up to the bar and you are going to have your weight back into your original hands you were working. All right. I like to just use my surface as a guide just for my hand to face. Your weight's going to be in your opposite hand, so your front foot. So I'm going to have my right foot forward, my left foot back. All right, so my left hand's going to take the weight. I'm going to bring my arm out. Now this angle can be lower. I just don't want you higher than your shoulder. You can be shoulder height or a little lower. I'm going to drop into my lunge and pull my elbow and rise and press in front. So it's drop, lift, drop, lift. Both knees are bending. You can step that back foot in a little bit more, especially if your knees bother you. I want that front knee to stay behind the front toes. So you should not be driving that knee forward. That's how you hurt yourself. It doesn't look like that. It doesn't look like this. It doesn't look like this. You are dropping. 4, 2, and hold it back and pulse. Pull, press. So tiny pulls for the arm. Again, you can lower the angle and tiny pulses into those legs. 8, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop that back knee. All right, here comes the fun part. If you need to at any point lose that weight, but not in the beginning. So now, both hands are going to go onto your surface. You're not really gripping, but you may hold on to it a little bit more instead of just balancing your fingertips. So maybe you want your entire palm. Again, both those legs are bent. So if this back one needs to come in a little closer, bring it in a little closer. Your bottom knee, your back leg, that knee has your weight. You are going to lift that knee just enough that it's off that floor. Tiny pulses up, up. So you're loading that front leg. You can't move very big because you've got that weight back there. 8, 4, 3, 2, and now listen to me. You are going to grip. You are going to stand yourself up. You got to pull that heel to your glute. Those knees are together right here. You can be here, or if you need to come here, you're just going to press that foot back with that leg. Press back in a little. So don't bring those knees back together. So it's not backing in. It's not big. You start here and then you press back and just bring it back in halfway. Still loading that standing leg. Press, 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 press. 4 more, 3 more. Hold it back, tiny pulses, back, 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 back. All right, now listen to me. I'm gonna face you and not have my weight for this first one to show you. Right now you're pulsing, 4, 3. All right, I'm gonna face you. I want you to bring that leg out on a rotation and cross it behind that standing leg. So you pull and lower from the side, out, out. I'm just lifting it. I'm not lifting it out to my side and bringing that knee forward. My knee is still back behind me slightly. Point or flex that foot, whichever way allows you to hold that weight the tightest. 2 more. Up, up. Down, down. Up, up. Now I want you to bring that leg up. Pull that knee in. Press that foot back. Lower behind your standing knee. Slow again. Up, up. Knee pull. Press. And lower. All this work right here. Up, up. Pull that knee. Press that heel. Lower it. Let's take it to tempo. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. From the front, you see, only thing moving is this lifting leg until I drop it behind my standing one. And then you may drop a little deeper in that standing leg. 1, 2, 3, drop 4. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Woo! All right, bring that opposite foot forward, transfer that weight to that opposite hand. You should feel that all in that standing leg, glute, thigh. Bring that arm forward, here we go. Drop, press. I hope you guys are feeling the burn. 4, 3. Hold it low, tiny pulses. Arm pulsing back, legs pulsing down. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Again, you can pull that elbow on a lower angle. 2, and drop that knee down to the mat. Take that weight right there behind your knee. Now you know your body, you know your sides. You keep that knee right there under the hip, or it can come in a little closer. As you lift, you're maybe lifting 2 inches up off that floor because we can't move super big when we add our little pulses. You got to brace through that front leg. Keep that chest lifted. Here we go. It's up. Your knee may hit that floor every single pulse. But this leg is loaded. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now grip that weight. Stand it tall. Those knees are together just to start. Here we go. Press back, halfway in. Press, halfway. Press. Four, 3, 2, hold it back, tiny little presses, back. Dripping sweat here. Four more. 3 more. All right, keep that leg back there. You're gonna lift it up and drop it behind. Up, up, drop behind, lift it, drop it. Your hips and shoulders stay square to your surface. Up and drop, lift, drop. So the only time that standing leg is moving is when you drop just a little deeper as you drive that leg behind. 4 more. 3, 2. All right. Now lift that leg up. Pull that knee in. Press that foot. Drop it behind. Lift it. Pull. Press. Lower. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. From the front. 1, 2, 3. Drop 4. Lift. Woo! Let's go 2 more. The last one. And carefully grab that weight. Whew, I'm gonna grab another little sip and set you up. We're gonna come down onto the mat. Now, if you have a wall behind you, I want you to go up next to your wall. If you have a soft ball, I'll show you an option for this, where you can use just your hands, but you're wanting to keep your torso upright. The reason I like the wall is you can bring your tailbone and your back and your shoulder blades all up against the wall. So if I had a wall right here, I would be sitting just like this with my legs right out in front of me. If you don't have a wall, you can bring yourself here just for a little support, but I don't want you rounding. I want you lifted. Or you can be right here, keeping yourself tall, using your hands for your kickstand. So I'm gonna see my options here, what I like. I don't have a wall. I wish I had a wall. That's my preference. If you have a mounted bar, you're up underneath the bar, and you can always put your hands up under or pull down. Option, I'm not gonna be able to do this 5 pound, but you can, or you can use whatever you have, or if you have lighter and you wanna use that, or nothing. You're gonna place that weight between your ankles, your calves, whatever you've got. I'm gonna use nothing. I can't reach where my 3s are right now. All right, I'm gonna halfway use my hands, halfway use my ball here for support. Now, this move is not gonna be big. It's gonna be all controlled, all core work. This is why if you have the weights, you could even put ankle weights on here. So if you're gonna repeat this another time, use ankle weights here for this. You don't have to use weights. Bring your body upright. Actually, I don't like the ball. It's gonna make me round into it. I want you to lift those legs up and lower. Lift, lift. Lower, lower. So you're lifting from the low belly. If you wanna lift just one leg at a time, do that. I want you to try and keep those legs as straight and tight as you can. Up, up. I think if you're not using the wall or the bar and you're using your hands, I lied. It's not better back here, at least not for me. I prefer having my hands in front. Lift and lower. Up, up. Down, down. Now you're gonna take those legs up and hold them here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Now, if you're on that wall, you can shimmy down it and make space between the baseboard and your tailbone. If you're on your ball, round into it. If you're using nothing, you can come right here, or you can come all the way down here, scooping that belly. All right, again, weights or no weights, in between your ankles or calves. I might be able to do it this way. I want you to lift up. Draw the knees in. Extend them out. Draw them in. Out, out. You can even hold that weight maybe between your feet. Out, out. Pull in. Squeeze and squeeze. In. All that belly is tight. You should be able to put your hand there and feel that you are engaged the whole time. 2. And hold it out. Bring yourself down. Grab that weight. I want those legs up to the ceiling. Grab the weight in your hand if you want to use it. You're going to crunch up, down, lift, lift, lift. Now hold it up in tiny pulses. Up. Again, you can have no weight. If you need to support your head, put your hands behind your head. You are keeping that back pressed onto the floor mat so there's no arch. Tiny little pulses here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4 more, 3 more, 2, and lower down. All right, keep that weight with you. All right. Keep that weight in your hands. I want those legs straight, or you can be at 90, okay? So you're gonna do the same thing if you're dropping at 90 or you're dropping long legs. I want you to drop the legs and arms in opposite directions down. 2, 3, 4, and lift. 2, 3, 4, lower down. And lift. Back is pressed on that mat, lower. 2, 3, 4, and lift. 2, 3, 4. If you're keeping those bent knees, those toes drop out and away and lift. Lower. 2, 3, 4. You only go until you feel that arch start to come into your back. So your range of motion may look different from someone else, and that's okay. You may only be able to drop a few inches and then you start to feel that arch. I'd rather have you hold there and then come back up, rather than arching and dropping super low and losing all that core work. Last time, I want you to hold it to your lowest point, arms and legs, for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Bend those knees, bring those feet down, drop that weight above your head. All right, arms are gonna be long. Again, always can just bring your hands behind your head, and you can alternate one arm reaching, or just reach with your elbow to a side bend. I want you to lift the head, neck, and shoulders up. So you're here, here, or you can be here as we reach. You're going to reach to one ankle and right back up. Reach to the other ankle and right back up. Or you're here, reaching and center, reaching and center. Or if your hands stay behind your head this whole time, you reach with the elbow and then come back center. Let's take it to tempo. It's reach, 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 reach. 8, 7, 6, 5. I'm dripping wet. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. All right. I want you to lift up. Hands behind the head. One arm's going to reach long, and you're just going to pulse over to that side. 8. Switch to the other side, or reach, pulse. Think about your hip bone and your rib cage driving towards each other. So they're this far apart, and then as you're pulsing, you're squeezing them in towards each other. 4, 3, 2, hold both hands behind your head. Tiny pulses up, up. 8, 7, 6, dripping sweat. 4, 3, 2, and lower all the way down. Bring those knees into your chest and just rock it side to side. Massaging that spine. Taking some nice breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. Keep one knee in, extend the other leg nice and long. And now I want you to lift those toes to the ceiling. Grasp behind your hamstring, calf, or both, and give that leg a little tug towards the chest. And now release that leg and draw it over to the opposite side as far as you can go without lifting your shoulder or shoulder blades. You want your shoulders to stay square to the ceiling. Your gaze is up to the ceiling. You can keep that leg bent, you can straighten it, you can lower it, you can draw it in, whatever you need to get that nice stretch in your outer thigh, glute, and your torso here. And when you're ready, carefully bring that knee back in through center and float it out to meet the other leg. Draw that opposite knee in, extend those toes, hamstring, calf, or both, and give that leg a little tug towards your chest. And now release, slight bend, and draw that leg over as far as you can without lifting that shoulder or shoulder blade up off that mat. Through the center, draw that opposite knee in to meet it, hands behind or in front of those knees, and rock yourself up to seated. Extend those legs nice and long in front of you. Nice deep breath up. And then I want you to flat back towards those legs just as far as your flexibility will allow without rounding into it. Inhale and bring yourself back up through center, and one more time, flat back forward. Try and drop a little bit closer to those legs. And now round into it, reaching for those ankles, toes, shins, dropping that head down towards your legs. You're rounding into your back here. Scoop that belly and slowly roll yourself up to center. Roll those shoulders up, down, and back a couple of times. Cross those feet in front of you. I want you to keep both those cheeks on that mat and then sit up nice and tall and just walk those hands out and then drop lower and round into it, dropping the face and head down towards the floor. Both cheeks stay on that floor. And then walk yourself back up through center. Sitting nice and tall, belly's in nice and tight. Take that nice deep breath. Fill those hands and those lungs with that air. Inhaling through the nose. And then flip those palms and exhale, pressing that air down to the floor. You're exhaling out a nice deep long breath through the mouth. And one more time, nice deep breath all the way up. Those hands will come together over your head, and on your exhale, bring them heart center and give yourself a round of applause. Great job. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I am sweaty. Again, like I said, try this one like a couple times a week for a couple weeks to give yourself several times trying it, perfecting it, or do it once a week for the next few weeks and watch yourself get better. Let me know what you think in the comments, and I will see you next time.